We're back after missing a week. I think we missed with the weekly live streams. We're back in it again, doing our thing. Let me make sure everything is sounding right. Is the audio coming through? Nope. 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 Let's see. All right, there we go. Audio should be coming through all right. But it's the weekly live stream for Chicago Bulls fans, hosted by Chicago Bulls Central. I'm the one of the hosts here, the only host here. I'm Haize, aka CEO Haize, and we're about to get into it. But first, we got to get into our intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
Where's my notification gang at? Hey, get in the comments. So today on the live stream, we're going to kind of be culminating everything that we've gone over the last couple of weeks. We're going to talk about the front office, talk about Lonzo Ball situation. We're also going to talk about just overall the roster, the bench, things like that. A lot of the Bulls fans have a real big concern, and rightfully so. Let me be clear here. This is rightfully so over just how much better this team's going to be and how much better the bench is really going to be, considering we added Andre Drummond and Goran Dragic, and really that's about it, right? Yes, Dalen Terry as well. We'll see what type of impact he has in his rookie season, but there are a lot of concerns around Bulls Nations around those things alone. So I want to talk about that. I want to hear from you guys on that. I know, I've pretty much got my piece out there about it. I understand a lot of it. I don't agree with some of the fans' concerns with it. Like I said before, I try to look at big picture thing, and I know, like in sports, in everything, like we live in a microwave society. Everybody wants everything right now as soon as they can get it. And signing DeMar being as good as that what he was, but signing DeMar was never meant to be the thing that made the Bulls championship contenders. It was supposed to be a step in that direction of improving the team, improving the way that the league looked at the team, but with that being said, it wasn't to be that move that made the Bulls championship contenders. And for some reason, Restream is not showing your guys' comments. So I'm going to bring up YouTube over here on the side. Restream sucks. I'm just going to let you guys know that right now. So we got Matthew in the building, says, yo, Billy Donovan's gums in the building. Matthew also says, Haize, PC, the developers in here inside the Horseshoe podcast. It's my first time seeing you guys in the live stream. What's going on? Shay's in the building. But yeah, you guys already know, man. Let's see what else we got in here. 6'2" Jamal in the building. We know who Jamal is. You hear his voice almost on everyone. He says, what's good? CBC squad notifications. Hit the like button. JPEG in the building. JPEG, one of the members. You guys are missing out on some good content if you aren't a member of the channel. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in, especially since I didn't get this scheduled earlier so you guys would know when I was going to go live. But that's the life of a father. That's the life of everything that's going on. Listen, I'm living life right now. And I don't mean that to say like I'm out here partying or anything. I'm doing what needs to be done. And sometimes that means some things go by the wayside. I give you guys daily content, so you already know. Blas in the building. He says, what's good, Haize? Carson Freeman says, what's good, brother Haize? And CTC Busted says, good evening from Germany. What's going on, family? I'm glad all you guys can make it. I'm not sure why the chat isn't popping up here and I can't do the overlay thing because Restream sometimes sucks ass. That's just the way that it goes. Sometimes Restream sucks ass. And sometimes it works great, right? When it works good, it's amazing. It's a great software to use, but sometimes the mug just sucks ass, right? But that being said, we're still a couple of months away from training camp opening. I can't wait. We get football preseason starts in about 20 days. Can't wait for that either. If you guys aren't subscribed to Chicago Bears Central, you should go and subscribe to that as well. We're going to be doing over on Chicago Bears Central. We're going to be doing the content just like we did over here on Chicago Bulls Central. You're going to get post-game shows, live post-game shows, probably not halftime hangouts. I don't know. I'll think about it. Halftime in football is a lot longer than halftime in basketball, so maybe I will do something there. But you're going to be getting live post-game shows. You're going to be getting pre-game shows. You're going to be getting all that good stuff over on Chicago Bears Central. We're basically taking what we did here. We're going to bring it over there, and we're going to cover football with it. But with that being said, this is Chicago Bears channel. We're here to talk about Chicago Bears. So I want to know from you guys. Sound off in the comments. I wish I can put them up, but again, I can't because Restream is being a donkey dick. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your honest thoughts about what the Bulls front office has done to the bench? And do you there are some people in Bulls Nation that do think that, hey, the Bulls may even only be a playing team this year. And we heard that hate last season, and we saw how that went. But I want to hear from you guys. You guys are the ones that I talk to the most. We're family here. I want to hear what you guys think about it. Julia's in the building as well. What's going on, Julia? Octopool Possum says, how you doing, bro? I'm doing good, fam. I'm doing really good. All right, Billy Donovan's Gum says, I didn't expect DeMar to thrive as much as he did last season. When they first announced the signing, for the first thing that came to my mind is mentor and veteran leadership to help improve the other guys. Agreed. When the DeMar DeRozan signing was announced, my first mind went to, all right, he does bring a nice scoring and veteran leadership that we lacked. We needed some veteran leadership. And you look at the young players on this team, it just made sense, right? I never looked at it as, and I think only some Bulls fans have hindsight, right? It's that I never thought that, okay, signing DeMar means we only have this 3-year window. You hear that so much from Bulls fans. It's a 3-year window. It's a 3-year window. No, it's not. It was never meant to be a 3-year window. I will go on to say this. If the front office was betting on DeMar making the Bulls team a championship contender, then they're the stupidest front office in the league, right? There was nothing in DeMar's history that showed adding DeMar to a team that was uncertain was going to make them a championship contender. So I never saw it that way. I saw that as a building block to change the culture, help develop some people, give Zach a better running mate, pair him with Vooch, things like that. And let's get back to the playoffs. People forget that it takes groundwork. Almost every team that you can look at and mention, people will mention the Heat above us, the Bucks above us, the Raptors, sometimes they even mention above us. All those teams, guess what? That core has been together for way more time than what this Bulls core has been together. It takes time. It takes time to build. The championship window of the team is, like I said it before, once Zach LaVine signed, that's your window to continue to build around a piece like Zach LaVine. It's not going to be building around an over 30-year-old player in DeMar DeRozan, who, while still good and great some days, that's not going to give you the championship level. It's not. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's see what else we got. Scion C says, Bull success this year depends on P. Will's step up. Well, I think it depends on a couple of things, right? I don't want to just lay it just on P. Will. But yes, P. Will's development is hugely important to how far the Bulls can go. I think Io taking a leap as well. I think this team being together another year, how do they develop better chemistry together? Health is also a huge part of it. But I also think this coaching staff, and that's one of the things I've been saying very much so in my videos lately, is this coaching staff has to develop and figure out ways to better use the weapons they have. A lot of the players on this team, a lot of those weapons were not used to their optimal potential last season. Lonzo being primarily just a three-point scorer. When he has the ability to put the ball on the floor, he has better ability to actually run the offense in half-court sets. Didn't ever use that. Patrick Williams, when he was in the game, one thing that we saw with Patrick Williams, he has some very good ass point forward skills that, because he handles the ball at that point, it forces him to be more aggressive. Vooch, there were several times when Vooch was cooking down low. He got 3 shots in the second half. We need to see those type of things improve. We need to see Kobe forced to be a spot-up shooter when that's not Kobe's game. Kobe is more of a scorer than a shooter. And even if you do want to try to label him a shooter, he's a rhythm shooter. You have to get him in rhythm. Guess what's not getting him in rhythm? Hey, go out here, catch and shoot for me 2 times. If you don't hit it, we're not going to come back to you for a couple of possessions, and then we're going to go back. That was not it. So I think some of that development, some of that betting on continuity has to come from the coaching staff, also knowing better ways to use the players that they have. That's my opinion. We got Caruso's headband in the building. What's going on? Let's see what else we got. Brandon Peck says, what up, Haize? What's going on? Julie tells everybody to hit that like button. Shay, just remember, y'all may look at it. We didn't do anything in free agency, but we might have had the best free agency come at the beginning of the season. I don't know what you mean by that, brother. I don't know what you mean by that. Sometimes I will say this, right? Well, I don't really know what Shay's talking about. Shay asked some color here. After seeing how DeMar DeRozan was portrayed as the worst signing, and then he ended up being top 4 MVP, I've learned not to judge a book by its cover. Great point there. But I think sometimes the moves come in the moves that you don't make, right? I've always said this. Look at the Lakers, right? Yeah, the Lakers won a title. Shout out to them. They won a title because guess what? A generational talent in LeBron James decided to come to that team, and he came to that team not just because of basketball reasons, but outside of that, every young player that team gave up at looking how they developed. Julius Randle was questionable there, but looking at how the other young players that they gave up, look at how they can use those players right now, right? Sometimes if you have a generational player like LeBron, all right, I understand young talent be damned. We don't have a generational player. We don't. So because of that, you have to try to hold on to your young players and see if you can develop them, because guess what? It's not really gonna do much otherwise. Blah says, regarding the Bulls this year, something I have not heard mentioned is the Bulls never had their full squad all last season. Someone, either a starter or a role player, was out for every game last season. Absolutely. Keep in mind, the Bulls starting five only played 111 possessions together last season. 111 possessions. Guess what? There are some teams that get almost 100 possessions a game. So yeah, the Bulls starting five did not play very much together. Let's see how it does this season. Cap Live says, I don't really know if we're better. If we're healthy, then maybe 4 or 5, but we could very well finish at 6 or playing. The East has gotten better. I don't listen. What teams has really considerably gotten better in the East? People go to the Hawks. The Hawks still aren't better than the Bulls. People forget the Bulls finished with a clear better record than the Hawks, on top of having one of the biggest fall offs at the second half of the season. I'm not putting the Hawks above us. Yes, their team got better, but they're still not better than a fully healthy Bulls roster at all. None. What other team? The Bucks didn't get better. The Bucks stayed about the same. Well, no. Boston got better because they got Brogdon. I give you that. Boston got better. The Knicks added Brunson, and I tell you what, the Knicks are going to stay around 39 wins. So what team in the East got considerably better, right? There are definitely teams that made improvements, and the one would say made more improvements than the Bulls made this season. But again, the Bulls dealing with health, dealing with COVID, dealing with everything that they had going on, young players that played out of position, things like that. I still don't think that many teams in the East, like everybody uses this whole, the East got better. The Nets are worse. We don't even know what the fuck's going on with the Nets. The Bucks, like I said, they stayed the same, if anything, which is still a very dangerous ass team. The Raptors, I don't think the Raptors got considerably better. The Pistons got way better, but they had a lot farther to come up, and they're a very young team. What team really got better to the point to where it's really it may push the Bulls to being a play-in team, right? If they're healthy, if they don't suffer another fall off like they did last season, I don't look at anything in the East as getting considerably better unless I'm missing somebody, which I may very well be missing a team. I'm going to pull up the standings from last season real quick to make sure that I'm not missing anybody. So Miami Heat didn't get any better. They stayed about the same. Boston Celtics, I already said they got better. Milwaukee didn't get any better. Philly, they got better. I'll give that. Philly got better. The Raptors, they really didn't get better to me. The Bulls, we stayed about the same, but we have the chance to get better with development. Brooklyn Nets didn't get better. Hawks, they got better, but not considerably better. The Cleveland Cavaliers, progression, as much as I'm giving it to us, I got to give it to them too. Another year of that team developing, they can be considerably better next season. The Hornets, okay, even if they did get better, they were the 10th seed last season. The Knicks, I already talked about them. The Washington Wizards, disgusting. The Indiana Pacers, yuck. We'll see what happens with them. Well, I actually like a lot of pieces on the Pacers. The Pistons, talked about them. The Orlando Magic, the worst team in the NBA. Yes, they definitely got better, but they still got a lot of room to go. What team has really gotten that much better, right? Adding DeJounte Murray, yes, it makes the Hawks a better team, but guess what? It also exposes a lot more issues that they're going to have. And I don't look at that roster thinking, hey, they've gotten considerably better. They've gotten better because DeJounte Murray is a hell of a talent, but him alone doesn't do a very much for that team. Again, my opinion, not one that everybody's going to share. I want to hear from you guys. So let's see what else we got. Chat refreshed on me, so give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Staying healthy could be the biggest improvement the Bulls have this year if they can do it. That's from Blah. Absolutely. Haize, would you sign Blake or Boogie? Listen, this question about Boogie, we need shot blocking, rebounding, and defense. Boogie brings one out of those three things. No, I'm good on Boogie. Blake, he only brings 1.5 out of those three things, but we don't have any roster spots, so there's no point on it, in my opinion. Trent Baker says, I know y'all guys don't like talking about trade, but man, I love someone like Maxi Kleber on this team. He'd help out Vooch big time. Well, Trent, I only didn't like talking about trades, so I stopped talking about trades last season because everything just became about how can we get Jeremy Grant? How can we get this? How can we get that? I don't mind talking about trades. Maxi Kleber is a player that I've said before. I even said it in my video a couple days ago and talking about the Kobe White trades. I would love for the Bulls to be able to move Kobe White. Mutt, stop moving my fucking camera. Goddamn dog. I forgot lost my train of thought. Oh, if the Bulls were to do a trade with the Dallas Mavericks involving Kobe White, to me, I wouldn't even open the conversation if Maxi Kleber wasn't involved in it. That's me personally. But let's see what else we got. We got Peter Bull says, I think this is a developmental year with the hope of Patrick Williams, Io, Kobe getting better, and Zach LaVine becoming a top 5 to 10 player. Listen, I've said this before in my Zach LaVine prediction. To me, Zach LaVine can absolutely become a top 10 player in the league if that defensive rating gets down to a 110. That's it. If he can get that defensive rating down to a 110, keep the 50, 40, 90 percentages that he was close to, absolutely. That's still a long way to go. So, but yeah, that's what the damn dog moved my fucking camera. Ain't that some shit? You gotta see. It's no point if you can't see the whole lightsaber in the back. What's the point? Anyway, nonetheless, let's go ahead and move on. Chi-Town Hustler says, I think Zach need to work on a real go-to move this summer. He get in trouble when the D gets tight. Yeah, because that step back three-pointer, long three-pointer, while he does hit it sometimes, is not a solid go-to move. I agree with that. Julia says, Billy struggles to not chew gum that damn hard. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Scion C says, if the 76ers have another failed year, do you think Embiid will look to leave with our increased cap space? Is he a guy the Bulls should go for? Solve the 5? Oh, the Bulls, listen. So the Bulls can have up to $20 million in cap space. That's still not enough to get Joel Embiid. That's the most they can have next season. That's if they renounce rights from Vooch, Kobe White, don't re-sign Tony Bradley. They better fucking not re-sign Tony Bradley. And then they would have to do those deals before they officially re-sign Ayo Dosunmu. But I still don't look at it as a player like Embiid is not likely. Now, if they do it, if AK and Eversley if next season they bring in Joel Embiid, then everybody got to shut the fuck up. Everybody got to shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear no more complaints. Everybody got to shut the fuck up. Me included. I may be the first one that needs to shut the fuck up. Cap Liv says, I think a healthy Cleveland team gives us a run for seeding. No, I'll tell you why right now. While they're coached solidly, and what do you mean by a run for seeding, right? Keep in mind, the 5, 6 are almost interchangeable. You think that they can go above the 4 seed, which I think the Bulls at the max, if they're fully healthy, can get to that 4 seed. You think the Cavs can get up to the 4 seed? I don't see a team that young doing that. Weirder things has happened. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I definitely think so. I mean, I don't think that they can give us a run. I think they can definitely make us some tight games. That's for sure. Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be a league pass team next season. If you got league pass, you're going to very much so enjoy watching some Cleveland Cavalier games. And I hate saying that because the city of Cleveland is the worst fucking city in the goddamn Midwest. But I gotta give credit where credit's due. That roster is nice. Let's see what else we got. Jamal says, Haize, the Magic got better. We have to be aware of Listen, I'll tell you this though. One of the biggest things that I have an issue with the front office is the 2 first-round picks that they gave the Orlando Magic. They get our first-round pick next season. Franz Wagner would have been perfect for this team last season. And it's only because of who they drafted and how he developed. So, Caruso's headband says, hire Tony La Russa over Billy Donovan. That's hilarious. Keep in mind, I lived in St. Louis for a long time. Tony La Russa is a god in the city of St. Louis. I worked at that stadium when the Cardinals won the World Series in 2006. Tony La Russa is a god in St. Louis, but that man has lost it. This is why you got to retire while you're on top. Danilo Gallinari says, hey, Haize, I was thinking about coming to Chicago. I had the doubt of a dream and a dream of a long while for years going to Boston. I apologize, but someday I will be. No, we don't want you. Keep your bitch ass where you at. Go to Boston. Yeah, talk with that accent. I hope fucking Mark Wahlberg catches you and gives you a handshake, but fuck you. That's what I got to say about that. You don't want to be a bull, don't be a bull. Julie says 84 in the chat and only 22 likes. Y'all like the video. Like the goddamn video, people. Come on, I'm putting in work in this motherfucker. All right, let's see what else we got. Producer HAC says Bulls look good when they let their point guards run the offense, whether Zoe or Io. Equal distribution benefits everyone, especially Vooch. I would agree with that. But keep in mind, DeMar DeRozan is a hell of a passer as well. He can do a lot of ball handling, and that's the only reason I think Lonzo doesn't run more of the offense. If they had, for example, if the Bulls didn't sign DeMar DeRozan and Patrick Williams was still the through. Well, Patrick Williams can do some ball handling too, but I think you would see way more of Lonzo in half court. It's just that when you have somebody at your three that is not a 3-point shooter at all, right? That you have to put the ball in their hands, because otherwise it's easy for people to pack the lane if DeMar doesn't have the ball, because he's not a threat to shoot the 3-pointer. So that's why they do it. I understand the basketball reasons. Let's see what we got. Kush Boss. If you're the Kush Boss, I need edibles now. Like now. Send them to me, not now, but right now. They should already be at my door, brother. Like, you in my live chat didn't bring me no edibles. What kind of shit is that? No, I'm just fucking with you. But he says we got to beat top elite teams next season. Well, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. We got to show up against the best teams in the league. Vooch need to step up this season, or the trade we made for him is L. No, the trade we made for him is not L. Keep in mind, I contextualized this on today's episode. There's no world in which the trade for Vooch is an L. Vooch is still top 5 to top 10 in every statistical category for center. That's never an L. And as many people talk about, oh, Wendell had a better year. Wendell only had a better year because of more opportunities, because they literally had to go to him because the team was fucking horrible. Vooch's trade was not an L at all. Does DeMar even come here if Vooch isn't here? The Vooch trade, when you trade for a player and you get the clear best player in it, people just so focused on what he lacks defensively, which I've talked about it. His defensive rating was better than a lot of centers you guys want here instead. But with that being said, top 5 to 10 in every category for a center. There's not many upgrades from Vooch unless you're just looking at defense. If you're just looking at defense, yes, there are tons of centers that are better defensively than Nikola Vucevic, but they're not the passers, they're not the scorers, they don't have the basketball IQ of a Nikola Vucevic. So no, the Nikola Vucevic trade is not an L by any stretch of the imagination. By no basketball measurements is the Nikola Vucevic trade an L. Steve-O Speaks says, send me some too. MC Season says, I got you, Haize. 2 for $1. 2 for $1? Them motherfuckers is better. They listen, 2 for $1? What the fuck you selling, bro? That's that boot. Like, dude, come on, man. You gotta have more respect for me than that, right? Which position do you think is the weakest considering starters and the backups? My vote is probably the power forward position. Yeah, because much like last season, if Patrick Williams goes down, we're fucked, right? Drummond can't play power forward. Dalen Terry can't play power forward. Goran Dragic can't play power forward. Derrick Jones Jr., we saw it's not really the best for him at power forward, but we're back to Javonte Green. At that point, you better hope Marko Simonovic works, right? You better hope Marco's ready to go at that point. But yeah, the fact that they haven't done much at that position definitely hurts. Let's see what we got. Shay said, oh, goddamn, motherfucker, we're talking about Vucevic doing bad, but motherfuckers won't bring up the fact that he was the only consistent one for us, an offensive player in the playoffs. Yeah, you're right with that one. You're absolutely right with that one. Billy Donovan, yeah, I think Vooch had the exact same defensive rating as Gobert last season, and let's be honest, Gobert is an agility cone on defense. Well, no, I don't think he didn't have the same defense. That can't be possible. That can't be possible. That can't be possible. What was Rudy Gobert's? Rudy Gobert's defensive rating was 103.5. That's second highest in the NBA. So no. No, Nikola Vucevic, as much as I love Nikola, his defensive rating was not the same as Rudy Gobert. His defensive rating, I think, was 109, I believe. Let me look. Let's make sure I'm quoting right. Nikola's defensive rating, what? Oh, they gave me Nikola Jovic's defensive rating. I was about to say that's definitely not right. Nikola Vucevic's defensive rating last year was a 109.6. His defensive rating for his career is 105.8. Keep in mind, if you get to 100, you're elite. You're one of the best of all time as far as defensive rating. So Nikola Vucevic having a defensive rating of 105.8 for his career is really good. But 109, the second highest, what high in this case is worse, second highest of his career. But yeah. So he had the worst defensive season of his career last year. Let's see what we got. MC Season really said 2 for $1. That nigga's giving Flintstone vitamins in this motherfucker for real. Who's the first Bull to catch a body next season, Haize? I mean a real one, like DJJ on Giannis. I'm gonna say this. I think Zach is catching a body game 1. Now, as far as who's probably gonna have the best body all season, Javante got to be like Javante's catching a body next season. He got to catch a body. From Chi-Town Hustler, he says one thing Billy and the staff need to focus on is a system. Exactly. I was trying to. That's basically what I was getting at earlier. We in the ISO way too much. I understand we have the players to go ISO to slow down the game, but I think the triangle can be good. No, triangle does not work in the modern NBA. The triangle is not going to work in the modern NBA. What we do need a better scheme, but I don't think the triangle is the answer for that. And don't forget, especially if Lonzo is healthy, the new take foul rule is going to be big dividends for the Chicago Bulls. Remember how early in the season they were getting in those passing lanes, they were getting out in transition, things like that? Those type of things are going to pay big dividends for the Chicago Bulls. They're going to be one of the teams that benefit the most from that take foul rule. All right, we got a super chat in the building. I can't put it up on the screen. If you don't know, my little restream is not working for me to put the chat on the stream, but we did get a $4.99 super chat from Yasuki or Meshi. That's a hell of a name, my brother. What kind of season will we have to have for Billy Donovan to get fired? I say another first round exit or be a playing team. No, Billy Donovan's only getting fired if the Bulls don't make the playoffs. I think if the Bulls even are another first round exit, depending on the circumstances, he only have one season left. With as cheap as this ownership is, not the front office, Billy Donovan's not going to get fired. We would have to have a catastrophic season. Just you remember the season? Matter of fact, the season that got us Derrick Rose. You remember that Bulls team? We went to the second round of the playoffs. We got eliminated by the Detroit Pistons. But then the season after that, it just nothing worked. Kirk forgot how to shoot. Tyrese Thomas had a terrible season. It was the season after we drafted Joakim Noah. Like nothing worked. And then we lucked into the first round pick, a first overall pick. It would have to take a season like that for him to get fired. Chi-Town Javier, you got jokes? This is Eric Gordon. Listen, just because I'm light-skinned and black, we all don't look alike. There is nothing about me and Eric Gordon that look alike. Bro, you could have went Jadena. You could have went fucking Ice Cube. You could have went. There's so many better jokes that you could have came up with. Eric Gordon with the beard. Me and Eric Gordon don't look shit alike, fam. Come on, do better, bro. Do better with your jokes, man. I'm all for jokes, but they got to be good jokes. But let me stop fucking with you. But he said, "What's good? What's going good? What's good, Chi-Town Javier here, bro? I appreciate you." Let's see. Julia Jewel says, join and become a member of Chicago Bulls Central today and never miss out on the exclusive content. Look at Julia with that's my official secretary. Julie is the official secretary of Chicago Bulls Central. Book it, lock it in. It's official. It's official. But let's see what else we got. Shay says, I'm calling it right now. I think the Chicago Bulls are going to be a top 3 due to the fact that all of the negativity that we've been facing in the media. I don't think that got shit to do with it. You could have said he looked like Buddy that same class. That's Jadena. Absolutely. That's better. That's better. No, bro, you don't see it. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, I don't look anything like Eric Gordon. Like, that's damn near racism. Because all black people don't look alike. Don't look nothing like Eric Gordon. Nothing. Blah just became a member. He joined the C-Red Nation. Come on, Blah. Thank you for joining, man. Get those memberships up. And as the season goes in, that membership is going to get more and more exclusive content. But yeah. MC Season says, Julia with the dope advertising. Listen, Julia wrote that up. That was a press release. That's what that was. Julia just killed that shit. Let's see what else we got. Y'all slowing down in the chat. I don't even know what likes we at, but I know y'all need to get them up though. I know that much. I know y'all need to get them up. And YouTube has been fucking up. Like, listen, I'm gonna vent here for a second while I wait for more comments to come in. I'm about to vent for a second. YouTube is fucking up the views, bro. Like, I don't know if it's because at the beginning of this month, especially with free agency and the draft, like every video I was dropping was getting like 7,000 views. But like lately, they don't even push my videos out to people who are subscribed, right? I'm subscribed to my own channel from my personal page. I don't get notifications, and I click the notification bell about my videos until 2 days later. Like, YouTube definitely hating on the red bearded assassin. I don't like it, bro. I feel like it's racism. I feel like it's racism. It's been happening to Pat over at the Breeze too, and we all know Pat's really a white man, so I guess it's not really racism. But let's see what else we got. Love Dave says, what are you planning for the 1 year anniversary? You sneak peeked it on CHGO. Oh, so okay, the 1 year anniversary of the show is August 14th. So we are not too long from it. I got two things that'll be debuting. So I'll actually be coming to you guys from a new studio. But Petty Roosevelt will actually be hosting the 1 year anniversary show. And I hear rumors that they're going to roast me. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Petty Roosevelt is hosting a roast for Haize for the 1 year anniversary. I hear the rumors. I don't know how factual it is, but I heard rumors that that's what Petty Roosevelt was planning for the 1 year anniversary. So we'll see. We'll see. CT Busted says, if Lonzo doesn't make it to the start of the season, who do you think will move up into the starting? Ayo Dosunmu. I'm expecting Ayo to be the starting point guard if Lonzo doesn't. One would say Alex Caruso. I don't think Goran Dragic becomes a starter, but I'm betting on Ayo Dosunmu. Pat the designer's in the building. He says, "Sup, bro? Built Bar tastes better when it's free. I've been trying to tell you, bro. Pat finally got his Built Bar. So, Spike, my little brother from another mother, Spice Bands, is in the building. He says, "What's the word, bro? What's going on, man?" Yasuki asks, "How do I become a member, Haize?" There should be a membership tab. You know what? That is a good fucking question. Hold on a second. That is honestly a good question. People I guess have been finding it. How does one become a member? Let's see. Can I get a link? Can I get a link to a membership? Invite viewers to join your channel. Bam. There we go. Hold on. Let me put it in the chat. Please enable channels. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? I hate Restream with a fucking passion. It says that my stream isn't active. But your guys are watching me. That's why it's not showing me your comments. But I just put it there. Reginald Short says, will the Bulls be looking at the buyout market? What are the chances Tony won't be cut by then? If that's the thing, if the Bulls need to open up a roster spot, they can cut Tony Bradley easily. So, do you remember when Mick Foley interviewed all his personalities? You should do that for your roast. Listen, so most of you guys know because I've talked about it. A lot of what Petty Roosevelt is a mixture between some of my favorite wrestlers: Roddy Piper, Macho Man Randy Savage, and a little bit of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Very little bit of Ric Flair. Very little bit of Ric Flair in there. But that's how I developed the personality of Petty Roosevelt. So, yeah. Brandon L. Jet with the super. Come on, Brandon L. Jet just came through with the super chat. I'll double it if Pat the designer comes up and sings rockauto.com. Come on, Pat. Come on, I'm finna send Pat a link. He gotta come in now. He gotta come in and fuck with me. He gotta come fuck with me. Pat ain't finna hate on me and stop my money. Let me email Pat this link real quick. Pat, I should give out Pat's actual email so everybody can send him some shit, but I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna fuck with him like that. Let me type in this long ass last name of Pat's. Pat got that mobster last name. Just sent Pat the link. Pat, go ahead and come in here and help me get these checks, brother. Side Bulls podcast is in the building. Them Cognac boys, what's going on, fam? We're gonna wait and see what Pat does. We're gonna see if this nigga. We can call Pat Nig, right? Or we can call him Gurr. Like that's Pat's. It's either Big Yellow, Nig, or Gurr. Like that's the three nicknames that we got for Pat. You got to be one of those. That's it. Like, that's what I'm gonna start calling Pat. Like when you hear me on Locked On Bulls, I'm like, and that's host of the Windy City Breeze. That's what I'm gonna start saying. Send Pat hella author yellow shirt. That's stupid, man. Sweaty Bloke says Tyler Cook is not a good NBA player. He's better than you. We gonna see if this what Haize, huh? Grr. Salute to them Cognac boys. Yes, the Cognac boys. Listen, everybody that subscribe here needs to go subscribe to the Cognac boys. Like them brothers be putting in some work. They are too fucking funny to not have more subscribers. That's just period. And they know their shit is not just that they're funny, but they know their shit. You guys know I don't fuck with Bulls content creators that don't know their shit, aka inside the Chicago Bulls. Nonetheless, by the way, let me take some time to point this out, right? Y'all know I did a couple of jokes on Top Notch. I talked some shit to Top Notch. He deserved it. But Top Notch has actually turned into a solid content creator. He dropped the fake voice. He stopped doing the popping the dick out his mouth sound effect. And he actually just does coverage of the Chicago Bulls now. So shout out to Top Notch for turning himself into a content creator. I'm taking 20% of the credit for that since I punked him publicly so much. But yeah. Oh, Pat still ain't joining the live. What the fuck is Pat doing? Pat got that entire mobster name. You put it on the plaque on the wall. Pat probably sound like Ray J. Y'all never heard Pat talk? What y'all talking about, man? Pat sound like a nigga from Chicago. Yeah. That's what he talks like. MC Season ain't a member yet. Like I'm gonna start holding people. Shay, I know you broke, so I don't expect you to be a member. I'm fucking with you. MC Season ain't a member yet. Levante Rogers isn't a member yet. Steve-O Speaks isn't a member yet. Come on, fam. Steve-O isn't a member. Steve-O ain't a member yet. Steve-O literally been here since like my third video. Jose Sanchez in the bill says, Haize, what's good, bro? Much love all the way from Puerto Rico. What's going on, fam? There we go. Hey. What up, fool?
Hey.
Hold on. Let me put on my headphones so I can hear you.
Hey. First things first.
Don't be looking at yourself because you went and got a haircut. Stop acting light skinned on my live, brother.
No, I'm trying. Hey, no, hey,
what is that? What is that?
Hey, that wasn't light skin. I can't see. I ain't got no glasses on, so I was trying to see the volume button. But first things first out here. Hold up. We are the same thing. Don't be trying to act blacker than me because you're a little bit darker than me. Your daddy's just as white as mine, if not more so. Hey, Haize out here post his dad every single year. It must be like, who's the white man in the background that looks just like you? It's his dad. Oh man, what's good, bro? I heard somebody was out here. First off, Brandon L. Jet, why you be dropping the bands over here? No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking.
Hey man, I'm gonna say, hey, shut up. We're gonna go ahead and thank Pat the designer for hopping on.
Right, you know what I mean? Dang, you gonna hate on the stream, bro? You gonna hate on the stream? Nah, man, what's going on with you boys, man? I see. Man. Hey, YouTube out here still hating on you though. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. You got about 30 likes in this mug.
Bro,
ain't
YouTube
no way.
It's really tripping, fam.
I know they like you a little more than this.
It is what it is, bro.
Hey man, it's all good. It's all good. Hold on. What did my buddy say? What he say? Steve-O said he definitely came in like Ringo. Hey, Ringo, anytime the camera go on Ringo just I'll be like, bro, just Vaseline, brother. Jesus Christ.
Ringo said you never know. His future wife may be watching the stream right now, so he gotta be ready.
Bro, what's the lick lip gonna do though? What is enticing about the lick lip, bro?
I have no idea, brother. But hey, maybe feel like it's gonna work.
Oh man. So what I hear? Brandon out here dropping big bread out here. He said I'm OG
Yeah, he said
loyal.
he's gonna
And
double. You
loyal
gotta
to
see
Haize,
rockauto.com.
but I salute Locked On Bulls too. Brandon, you used to be over on the breeze when I would be live calling these games, brother. Dang, don't hate me like that. I gotta say rockauto.com.
Come on, man. Sing
I
it.
ain't even got the ad read. I ain't doing the whole First off, is Rock
No,
Auto paying us?
He just wants you to sing rockauto.com. This is the way that you end it. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about the whole.
rockauto.com.
All
right,
gotta do. All right, hey, bro. So I appreciate you sliding through, man. I thought you'd be recording the Daily Show right about now, but while you're here, I gotta ask you this, right?
What's good?
Because it was presented to me. I want to hear your opinion on it. What is the thinnest position for the Chicago Bulls? What position do you think they can't sustain an injury to?
The position that they can't sustain an injury to?
Yeah.
There almost isn't one, and I'll say that for this reason. Because of what we've said on Locked On Bulls with how guys, the kind of guys AK likes, right? Like if DeMar goes down at 3, you slide Patrick Williams over to 3, you put Marko Simonovic in at 4. I guess you'd be thin there, right? If Io goes down at guard, you could put Alex Caruso at point guard and keep the show rolling. You've also got 17 other guards on this team. Yeah, I mean, like there's so many positions where guys are interchangeable. I guess maybe you could say pure center because of the style of game we play, right? Like if Vooch gets hurt, it's a completely different style of basketball with Andre Drummond in there and your starting lineup.
Yeah.
So maybe you could say specifically with something geared toward Vooch, like if he goes down, you can't play the same style of basketball. But outside of that, I think the Bulls have built a pretty solid team. Yeah, I mean, all the way around where you got a bunch of Justin Lewis could play the 2, 3, and 4. Like, I don't want to see it. I mean, somebody got hurt, but it's a possibility.
Yeah. I feel it. I didn't think about Justin Lewis when I talked about the 4. I still think it's the 4 because if Patrick Williams goes down again, it's dark days at the 4. We don't know Marko yet. Now, if Marco's ready to contribute, then okay, that changes some things. If not, you're looking at Derrick Jones Jr. and Javonte Green at the 4 again.
Yeah, definitely could be, right? Like you got your question marks there again, but we've seen the Bulls survive that, and you would be able to put a 7-footer in there now instead of a 6'4" guy, right? Like you can't in the NBA, you can't have 2 injuries at the same position and be okay.
This is true.
Yeah, I mean, like there's only 15 dudes on the team. It's not like the NFL. So like if you have 2 injuries at the same position from any position, you're thin at that position now. But I feel like, right, like even with the 4, if they get hurt, right, yeah, you're going to see some rookie mistakes in there. But I think you're going to get a lot of Dalen Terry there. You're going to get Justin Lewis there. You're going to see the 4 by committee.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I don't want to see again, but if it happens, right, like I don't feel as bad.
Knock on fucking wood, brother. Knock on wood.
But you are not lying there.
I appreciate you for sliding through, Pat. I appreciate you, brother.
Always, my boy. Always appreciate you for showing love, man. Y'all keep showing Haize that love. Pay the man.
Y'all go support Big Yellow over at the Windy City Breeze.
You red-bearded bastard.
All right, bro. All right, peace, man. All right, that was Pat the Designer, my co-host over from Locked On Bulls. I appreciate it. Brandon L. Jet dropped another super chat. $75 super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel as you always do, Brandon. He says, I'm a man of my word. Salute to you, Pat the Designer. Pat came through and did that thing, man. He came through and did that thing. Let's see what we got, man. Shay says Marko Simonovic is an actual, I guess you meant center, not a power forward. I mean, they're interchangeable in this modern NBA, right? He's legit 6'11", if not 7 feet legit. He can play either position. So let's see what we got. Blah says, if Vooch goes down, who starts? Drummond? I would say center is the spot we can't afford an injury. Well, yeah, but to Pat's point, like you put in Drummond, you still have a capable center, but it does change your style of play considerably, and you still have another center there in Tony Bradley. But I mean, so Shy Bulls podcast says, wait, y'all want Marco at the 4? Oh, Marco's gonna play some 4. What do you expect? Marco is absolutely gonna play some 4. A big who can put the ball on the floor, can shoot the 3, shoot mid-range, do some things down low, and is a solid passer. Yeah, he can play at the 4. Marco is not a true center. He can play center. He's a modern center, but he can absolutely play power forward as well. Exactly. Joker with the great point. Draymond Green and Robert Williams played center who are 6'8" and under. It's really more so about length. It's about the strength, size, bulk, things like that as far as center. It's not necessarily about height anymore. Right? This isn't the WWE. Billy Donovan's Gum says PJ Tucker played small ball center and he's like 6'5". Well, PJ Tucker is a very unique player, right? Yeah, he's only 6'5", but he has a 7'2" wingspan, I believe, if not 7'1". On top of that, PJ Tucker is built like a bowling ball, like literally. Yeah. Pick and roll is Tony Bradley's offensive strength. That's it. Tony Bradley doesn't have an offensive strength. Now, Tony Bradley if you look at Tony Bradley's defensive metrics, they're actually really, really good, right? That's why stats aren't everything. Even when I use defensive rating, I always say how stats aren't everything. But Tony Bradley is just, he can't hold the ball. Like, that's his biggest thing. Tony Bradley needs to, I don't know what he needs. Like, he can't hold on to, from rebounding to going down to putting it back up to dunk. Somehow the ball ends up behind him every single time. Godsley says, is Marco over Bradley on the depth chart, though? We'll see. We don't even know. Like, right now, it's hard to gauge, right? But I think if Marco's available and they're ready to go and trusting that he's able, that added bulk can make him play on the NBA level, I think he's above Tony Bradley. Who's scarier out west, the T-Wolves or Pelicans? I don't know. To me, the T-Wolves, if it works out, they're going to be dangerous. But the Pelicans, a healthy Zion, I don't know if you guys got to see what I posted on the community tab, but listen, if Zion can stay healthy, the Pelicans are going to make some noise in the West. You can keep Zion healthy, keep him away from the beignets, keep him away from the gumbo, keep him away from the crawfish, keep him away from everything that makes New Orleans, New Orleans, right? Put him in the Baca tank or the tub that they put the Winter Soldier in the MCU between games. Give that motherfucker a sensu bean, and we good to go. We good money. If the sensu bean was a real life thing and you can give it to Zion Williamson, the Pelicans would be championship contenders. Brandon L. Jet says the Pelicans are a point guard away from being legit scary. Facts. Absolute facts. Right? Imagine this, right? I've heard no rumors, nothing about this. We don't even know. The Cavs are probably going to try to re-sign him at a lower amount. But imagine if the Pelicans were to sign Colin Sexton. And he's not going to be healthy this season. But imagine if the Pelicans were to sign Colin Sexton. That's a dangerous team. Joker says Detroit low-key going to be good this. Oh, not low-key. They're going to be good this year. I think they're going to lose a lot of. Expect Detroit to be one of those teams that lose a lot of close games, right? That they're a tough play every night that a team plays them. But Detroit is going to be one of those teams that just because of their youth and inexperience that they lose a lot of close games. But they're going to be tough. Shay, you're actually incorrect. Didn't Patrick Williams get his career high last season against the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against Anthony Edwards? I think that's Patrick Williams' career high, unless I could be wrong. Cap Live says, to quote Stephen A., he can't play. That man cannot play the game of basketball. He doesn't have one post move that he can commit to memory. Applies to Tony Bradley. Absolutely. Absolutely. Joshua Simmons is in the building. What's going on, Joshua? Oh, you said career high in blocks. My bad, bro. I'm on this little ass screen now because I can't bring the comments up, so I apologize. Tony Bradley has played with good centers. He played with Embiid and learned things from Gobert. He was in OKC before he came a value guy, 8 points per game and 5 rebounds. Listen, no, like we gotta, like, yes, he played with them. We don't know what the fuck he learned from them. That shit don't show on the court. We got to stop thinking just because people played with somebody, that means that they learned some of their tricks. That man, Tony Bradley, ain't learned shit, but he's big. Houston going to be must-see TV, but with a lot of losses. Could be interesting. Julie says, we're only at 60 likes. Hit that button. I know you're enjoying this content. Listen. Levante Rogers says Zion would need to be Ultra Instinct Goku for the Pels to be content. No, I'm not going to say that at all, brother. He doesn't need to be Ultra Instinct. Zion just got to be Zion and stay on the floor. But keep in mind, he's going to get easier shots for CJ McCollum. He's going to get easier shots for Brandon Ingram. The way Brandon Ingram has developed while Zion was out is going to pay big dividends for Zion being back in. You're looking at a team that was the 8th seed without a player like Zion Williamson, adding him back in, right? And don't forget, listen, I hate it. He had a big game. He got an NBA contract because of us. But Jose Alvarado on the Pelicans as well, while we're talking about if they're a point guard away, if he develops some more, can show some more of those flashes that he showed, it's going to be, listen, it's going to get really interesting down in OKC. They still got Larry Nance Jr. as well. Listen, OKC got a team. It just depends on how it all comes together. Can they stay healthy? Those type of things. But they got a team. Actually got quite a bit of players I wouldn't mind on our roster, from being quite honest with you. But hey, that's just me. So why? He's on a 2-way contract. Why? See, I need y'all to think, man. Shay, why in the hell will we waive Tony Bradley to just sign? You do know that he can stay on a 2-way contract, and if he plays over a certain amount of games, it automatically converts to a regular contract, right? Come on, Shay. Come on, brother. Come on, man. I need you to come with it, brother. Sweaty Bloke says some guy gave you 120. Why you worried about my money? Don't count my money, homie. What you doing, brother? Why you counting my money? And some guy, that's Brandon L. Jett, one of the most supportive people in here. Yeah, I know you know who Brandon L. Jett is. Nemeth Thomas says, what up, Chi-Town? Sorry I'm late. I was out running. This man says sorry he was late, like we've been sitting here waiting on him to show up. No, I'm just fucking with you. Thank you for joining us, bro. All right, y'all. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Go ahead and get your last little comments in and whatnot. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it. I don't know why I can't put the comments. This shit's really pissing me off that I can't put the comments up. Like, this shit is trash. I hate Restream, fam. I hate Restream with a passion sometimes. Motherfucker Jones. Sweaty Bolt, come in here and be quiet. That's funny. Sweaty Bloke, you know what? Because Sweaty Bloke just he wants attention so much. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna put him in timeout. Sweaty Bloke got to go sit his ass down. That motherfucker got to shut the fuck up. That boy Sweaty Bloke showed up and said, "Hey man, make sure you go and you donate to your you know what it is? Sweaty Bloke is literally watching this. Like, he went into Best Buy and he's using the display phones to watch YouTube to watch this right now. He don't have at-home internet service, so he's really pissed off about it. LOL, Sweaty broke. Oh man, listen, that is hilarious, bro. Will there be a better backup point guard than Io next year? Hell no. You may be right, brother. You may be right. Did you already talk about the Morris twin? What about the Morris twin? What did he do? Did I miss something? Lex Carr asked, why are they still talking about KD coming to Chicago? Too big of a price. It's not happening. The Bulls do not have the assets to trade for KD. We don't. Period. It's not going to happen. You can cook up. You can send them the Jordan statue, Michael Jordan's left nut hair, Kobe White, Nikola Vucevic, the ghost of Tony Bradley, Scottie Pippen's locker. The first pair of shorts Derrick Rose ever wore in the Chicago Bulls game, and it's still not enough. It's not enough. That's it. Blah just said it. The Bulls don't have the draft picks to give up KDs. That simple, period. KD got the lining to be here anyway. He don't got the line. Oh, listen. Oh, he'll fit in. There's a lot of niggas in Chicago that got KD beady beads and everything. Brandon L. Jet coming through with another super chat. Make it 150 sweaty broke since you want a pocket watch. Oh, Brandon L. Jet with the flex in this motherfucker. Wow. That's crazy. Nemeth Thomas says, is there any other teams right now that can afford KD in a trade? Suns are out. No, actually, the Suns signing 8. Keep in mind, probably the only reason that deal didn't go down is because Ayton was a restricted free agent, meaning if they worked it in the signing trade, only half his salary counted towards the trade, matching the cap in the trade. I would say once January 15th hits, it's honestly more likely that the Suns can trade for Kevin Durant. It's actually better that they re-sign DeAndre Ayton, because if it's not this season, next season, when he doesn't have veto power, that's a $33 million contract that would all count towards that. So no, I wouldn't say that necessarily counts them out. Listen, I love that we all petty in this motherfucker. Sweaty bloke is listen, he done typed up three paragraphs, and as soon as he's able out of timeout, he's sending that motherfucker. It's happening. But all right, y'all. I appreciate you guys so much, man. I love doing these live streams for you guys on Thursdays. You know, you guys mean everything to me, man. I really do appreciate all the love and support that this channel gets on a regular basis, man. Just the growth of this channel and everything that's happened over the last almost month. Almost year. We're really closing in on that year anniversary, and I appreciate it so much. Keep in mind, if we can get to 8,000 subscribers by the 1 year anniversary, so you guys got, I'm not finna do the math. I did do the math. 25 days. If you can, in the next 25 days, if we can get to 8,000 subscribers, I will be buying preseason tickets to a preseason game for a lucky listener, or if you're out, because shout out to Joker, who I think pointed it out, or no, it was JDH. Or if you're out of the city of Chicago or can't get to it for a preseason game, I will give you the price of the ticket will go towards any merch that you want from the Chicago Bulls store. So that's but we have to get to 8,000 subscribers before our 1 year anniversary. We're at 7,724. You do the math on how many more we need. But yeah, so we need that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and close out the show. First up, if you want to follow the show, you can do so at Bull Central Pod at every social media platform that we're on. If you want to send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, it's bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text and a voicemail, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. Forgot my own goddamn number. Thank you for being the best part of what makes this community what it is. I appreciate you guys so much. Like I like to end every episode on, Go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.